Okay, I had a viewer ask a quick question about how to play Bathory's Blood Fire Death, just the acoustic intro, and I can go into the riffs after that, but this is going to be from the 1988 album, Blood Fire Death. It's Quorthon's fourth album. It's also my favorite. I think it's the best thing that he ever did. Bathory 84, Return, 1985, and then Under the Sign of the Black Mark, 1987 came before this. This is the mix of kind of, there's a little bit of the Viking metal that he did later, but it's mostly a pure black metal album in my opinion, but I think it's pretty awesome. Another album that I was listening to earlier today, just before I record this video, is Bang. I really like this band. This is from 70 or 71, a lot of Black Sabbath influence, but that's just kind of an Easter egg for today. So the comment came from a viewer, his name was Blaze Northern Sky. So I'm wearing my Nessa Blood Records Dark Throne t-shirt today, and we're gonna play Blood Fire Death to the best of my ability. They were asking, how do you actually play it? So we want to be in the key, where you want to be in E flat standard, so 1/2 step below. There's an E flat chord for you, E flat power chord. Let's see if I can get it right, and then I'll go over how to actually play it, because I actually had to listen back. I had one chord wrong, so let's see if we can do this. Okay, so the way I used to play it sounded like, but that wasn't right. So there's only 4 chords you have to know, and the first shape is just an E. I'll say all the chords as if I'm playing in standard tuning. So again, we're in E flat standard. First chord is going to be, I'm going to call it out as an E, okay? So everyone knows the big E power chord. Ted Nugent, Free For All. Okay, anyways, so you're going to be on D string 2nd fret, G string 4th fret, B string 5th fret, and your high E string is open. So, and you want to, Quorthon was a really awesome guitar player. He played everything so fluidly. So that's kind of, you just got to practice it over and over to get it clean. So you're arpeggiating that chord. So that's your E chord. Then the next part is kind of tricky. You have to move your pinky finger down to the 5th fret on the E string, and you do a quick pull off. So very slow. I'm on that E chord. Pull off 5th fret, open. And then after that, you have to grab the 3rd fret of the E string, and then also grab the 5th fret of the B string. So the chord is going to sound like, so very slow again. Okay, 3 chords we're playing there. time, very slow. 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 4, 5, 4, 5 pull off, open, 4, 2, 3, 5, 4, 2. Okay? And the next shape, you're going to want to go D string, 3rd fret, G string, 2nd fret, B string, 5th fret. And that fifth fret on the B string is the same as your E, just like when you're tuning. So you could probably play it, double up on that if you want, but I think true to the studio version, it's going to be. So from the beginning. Just do that twice. And then you want to go to a D shape on your guitar, but don't grab the F sharp on your E string. You only need to play your D string, G string, and B string. So after you do the, go open, 2, 3. And those notes I was playing there are open on the D string, 2nd fret on G string, 3rd fret of the B string, and then you gotta put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string after you've arpeggiated that once. So it's gonna be. So your root notes are gonna be. Very beautiful chords that he chose there. Very like Richard Wagner or Richard Strauss. He was a big fan of those two guys. So I'll do it very slow all the way through, and then I'll do it up to speed again. Okay, up to speed. Hopefully you got it by now, and obviously if you have any questions, you could put some stuff in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. So up to speed, it's going to sound like this. So he could be playing that, you know, when the drums actually come in, he could be playing it up here. Those big open chords, or he could be doing it down here. I'm grabbing basically an E, just a regular E chord there, but I'm muting the G string so it doesn't sound major or minor. So if you played it major, you'd be hammering the 1st fret of the G string, but I leave that off, so it's neither here nor there. So you got, that's without the G string. If you add it, it's too happy sounding. It's too major sounding. You might be playing it, but then you'd go F major, then D chord with all these strings open at the top, no high E string played. Get a little intonation problems with my guitar today, but anyways, he's going just E, F, D, and then he just starts riffing on that. So that's how to play the intro to Blood Fire Death. I think it's, again, like I said, you can't go wrong with that album. It's probably the best thing that I think he ever did. It's debatable which was kind of his biggest quantum leap out of those first 6 albums. I mean, all of them were radically different and kind of changed, just kind of changed everything at the time for the people that picked up on them. The first Bathory album, that I'm not sure what else was around back then that sounded similar to that in terms of black metal, and then the return is a lot more dark and occult. Under the Sign of the Black Mark, that influenced literally thousands of black metal bands, and then he just took it to a whole new level with Blood Fire Death. And Hammerheart was definitely a little flawed, but one thing's for certain, that was definitely one of the first examples of Viking metal, like, for sure. I think he really perfected that sound on Twilight of the Gods. That to me is his most musically dense album that he ever came out with. And a little Easter egg for people that like watching that 1990 Quorthon video where he's laying in the bed eating popcorn and there's a record playing on the turntable. That's I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's Bauen, Bayern Polka by Richard Strauss, for all the connoisseurs out there. So if you got something out of this video, keep sending me questions and I'll keep things going at the Preservation Society. This was a great question from Blaze Northern Sky. I appreciate all the comments that you gave me. The key is really to get that. I'm left-handed, obviously, but the key is to get that picking hand nice and fluid. Doesn't really matter. You could play anything you want with your fingers over here, but if this hand can't keep up with it and make it nice and smooth, then you just got to keep working on it. So keep at it, and thanks for watching.